Hey everybody, my name is Diane, and something really tragic happened to me for not listening to my parents. Let's just say I have a really weird and kind of old school family. We're not freaks, we're just different. The one big thing that makes us really strange to other people is that ever since I can remember, my dad has forbidden the use of any technology in our home. No electronic devices are allowed. We don't have laptops, TVs, phones, iPods, cameras, game consoles, washing machines, or a microwave at home. My dad said they're bad for our health and that people get obsessed with them and that they're expensive, he constantly says. Most of the time, I don't mind. This way of living doesn't really bother me because I can still use all of these things when I'm not home. If I absolutely have to use a computer, I can go to a cafe and borrow a friend's computer or go to their house. When it doesn't necessarily involve going to a webpage, I do my research and my homework like in the ancient times, with books. My mom was a college professor, so we basically have a library at home. On my free time, I paint and I read instead of watching Netflix, YouTube, or TikToks like most of the other teens do. You probably think that my life sucks, but I feel like I'm always a little more grounded. My friends say that about me, and I'm fine with that. The only one who hates this situation is my sister Jane. She's constantly complaining about everything, especially not having a TV. Everyone in her class is watching some new reality TV show and talking about it. I feel left out, is what she says. Dude, it's not even reality. I assure you, it's not that good. Get over it. But on the other hand, there's my brother Charles, who's totally the opposite. He doesn't pay attention to her at all because all he really does is eat, sleep, and play soccer. I'm kind of in the middle of them. The truth is that I'm not very interested in the things that my parents tell us we can't use. There's only one thing I've wanted to have. My dad doesn't know, but about a year ago, I saved up earnings from selling cupcakes to buy an iPhone. I didn't want to go against his wishes, but I'm 14 years old. I need a phone. Besides, I'm not going to use it at home. Not because he's constantly checking up on us. He barely does that. It's because I think he would feel betrayed and sad. My parents don't forbid us from using electronic devices outside the house. They just tell us about the damage they can cause. I told myself it's not really a big deal, right? If only I had listened to them more, then nothing bad would have happened. I'm proof that electronic devices can ruin our lives. My best friend Kylie invited me to go to a sleepover for her birthday 2 years ago. It was a full weekend, and we decided to play video games with her brother, who loves every game console. Some of the girls wanted to play PS4, and others wanted to play Wii, and others still wanted to play Xbox 360. Most of them tried card games and Call of Duty, but I didn't like those. They looked boring and unrealistic. Everybody was having fun, but me, it changed when I saw VR glasses. They seemed really interesting. I took them and went into a small room where nobody else was. I knew that if they saw them, they would want to use them too. I tried them and they were so cool. I felt like I was in the future. The VR was so real that I was shocked, and I kind of lost track of time. When I stopped using it, I couldn't see. I got desperate and I started freaking out. I thought that maybe it would just last for a couple of minutes. But I waited, and nothing happened. I was alone and I was scared, and I screamed as loud as I could, and immediately my friends came from the other room. They had been looking for me, I guess. They thought I'd gone home. Apparently, the last time they saw me was like a day ago. What the hell? That means I spent 24 hours in VR. I had no idea that it had been such a long time. I knew I was tired, but what? When they realized that I couldn't see, they tried to give me eye drops, but that didn't work. So then they called my parents right away. They showed up and took me to the hospital. The doctor's diagnosis was that indeed a prolonged use of VR could cause blindness. He said that he couldn't be sure if I would stay blind forever. The only thing you can do is to rest your eyes for a long time and then maybe you can get your sight back, is what he told me. He said it could last a few weeks or it could be permanent. That's not encouraging. My parents didn't even tell me I told you so. They just cried and supported me. But now I have no doubt that an overuse of electronic devices can harm your body, and there's no way to turn it back. I really hope this doesn't cost me my sight. Please send me good thoughts. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and comment below. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.